Hey guys, welcome back. This is probably my most requested video I've ever had, is just a follow-up on the Idoing Headunit in my 2017 STI. So I thought it was time, with everything going on behind me. We're getting ready for the Toyota Supra to come home, so we're just working away, getting things done. But I thought this week's video would be a good time just to kind of catch up and talk about the unit itself. So really, I've had it for about 10 months or so now, and there's no real complaints with it. It's operated well. There's sometimes a bug that the unit itself freezes. It still operates in the background, but your maps themselves, you can't kind of scroll through the screen. The screen is locked, but it's still running. And the other issue I've had is probably not a concern for a lot of people, but I have two phones, one for work, one for personal, and sometimes when you want to switch the phones up, the unit doesn't allow you to do it. It kind of keeps disconnecting and reconnecting to the original phone, or it just doesn't let you back in. So the fix I've had is I've turned off the Bluetooth on both phones, turn the car off, turn the Bluetooth on the phone I want to connect to, and then hit connect. So if I try to do it in the screen, it doesn't let me. It just, it kind of like locks itself out. But other than that, no real issues. The volume's been good. The screen itself is fast. The resolution still looks great. But if there's any comments, questions below, anything that you have, just let me know. I do have an affiliate link if you guys are looking for one in the future. It's something I believe in. It's just I don't want to push products on this channel that I don't actually use. And this is something I've used daily. So I don't think for dollar-wise you're going to find a better unit, especially to replace the base model WRX or STI head units that aren't great. And I'd appreciate any support below. Any questions, any concerns with the company, let me know. I can help reach out. But other than that, let's go for a drive and kind of go through some features. And anything more, guys, shoot me a message below and we'll take a look. Let's go. Okay, guys, I'll show you just a startup video. Car's a little dirty, but... So first load up screen and takes you right into this. I think you can change kind of the settings of just how you want this to load in, but you want to just go to your car link. That gives you essentially all of your Apple CarPlay. So then you go back out to your home screen, you've got everything from your phone, your messages. You go back to the other screen, you're now playing, your calendars. Everything's here. It moves quick. Like, my car's cold right now and the screen is still very responsive. We can go into anything. Settings, everything's there. You want to go back out further, you can go into navigation. I've never really used the base model navigation. I think it's very basic, but I just use the CarPlay, so it's not even loading up right now. I think I'm in a bad cell area. Radio, I don't really use this either, just Spotify. That's actually, the downsides there is the volume just goes into full blast sometimes. Doesn't happen all the time, just a little bit of a glitch. Go back to the main screen. When you want to connect your phone, you go into Bluetooth, and then when you're in this screen here, so this is your connection button. You can kind of pick your iPhone, whatever it is, your Google phone. That's connection, that's disconnect, and then delete and search. So when I try to connect and disconnect the multiple phones, like I mentioned, it has a hard time. So I've just kind of got around that. So now going out to settings, so you get device, you've got everything here, GPS, display, brightness levels, wallpaper. There's a lot of options. It's a little bit brighter than even my gauge is kind of on the dimmest setting, but it's not really blindingly. It is noticeably brighter than the factory settings, even when you turn it all the way down. General, there's all these things you can do with it, like just tons of options. System. I think there's even a way that when you set this up, as soon as you start your car, it'll automatically go into the last screen you had. But everything's here. Apps. Go back in. You also have this little button here that you can kind of move around wherever you want to leave it. And then it kind of gives you an option. You want to go to settings, home, maps, common, accelerate. So no matter what screen you're in, you can have that there. I'm still finding out options every day. I don't really use everything to like the full benefit. You got all these settings. So when you want to go back, this is your main screen with CarPlay. So overall, no issues with it. All my radio buttons work. So volume, skip, all my source buttons, end call, take calls, they all work. And you can actually set that up in, remember how, go to your back settings, go to settings themselves. I think it's in, there's actually a way you can change whatever buttons you want. You know, subwoofer setting, noise reduction, everything's here. Steering wheel settings. So right here, you go in and you can actually pick what button does what. So you just pick a button you want and then you hold it on the steering wheel and it pairs it up. So I've got the factory settings. You know, you can really change this if you want. You can do power, you can do GPS, whatever it is, but I've just got these buttons here to match the initial way the car came from the factory. So, and then you've got like my answer hang up still work, my Siri works, the source, it all operates just as the car would. So overall, like I said, there's been no issues with the units. I would get another one, in all honesty, if I had another Subaru, or there's other models too. You go on their website, it kind of shows you what they have for other cars, but you know, it looks great. It looks like a factory finish. Fit in here nicely. No complaints with it. I would play music for you guys, but I don't want to get just copyright infringement on this video. But you know, you have full control on everything. Factory subwoofer for my car, it really pushes out through this. I feel with this unit too, it really made the factory sound system, you know, 5 times better, 10 times better, whatever you want to say. It's like I upgraded the speakers with it. So I have the Harman Kardon system, but this really brought the unit alive once I got it installed. So any questions, any comments, leave it below. And once again, I recommend it. You don't have to take my word for it, but anything you want to see in the next video, I can do another follow-up for it. Happy to help you guys out. Just drop a question below. Stay tuned for the next one. Thanks, guys.